Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 2. Well, off camera, I went and tried to sell off as much of my loot as I could in San Francisco. And shift inventory around. Actually missed one flamethrower in the pile of super mutant bodies, which I picked up on the way in because... And this made things so much easier. Once I left the screen, came back, the bodies dissolved, but the gear was left behind, and the flamer was large enough to be seen. But considering how many of them there were piled up in those squares, I consider myself fortunate to have gotten all of them but the one, and now I've got the one. So I've distributed most of the gear in the trunk and the excess weaponry amongst my companions. And even then, I still wind up having to trade for quite a bit of gear amongst the merchants in San Francisco, including the gun shop, which I realized I haven't shown off on camera yet, but results feed from Spelf got over 12,000 in cash, and I haven't gotten around to reading these medical books because I did trade up for quite a few books, replenished my supply of stim packs, and got some more ammo. Most of the ammo is in the trunk, and of course got my lockpicks and this memory module, which we are going to mess with later. Anyway, goal for this chapter is to try and get through the final level of the dungeon. And this is going to be an interesting one. Ominously long load time on that one. Anyway, we go up and we see one mutant surrounded by slime. In case you're wondering why I'm not bothering to shoot this guy immediately, well, stop! I warn you! Shahui! Yeah. He speaks, his speech goes by way too quickly, but you see everything that looks a bit deranged. He is wielding a laser. But yeah, I read about this guy in one of the Fallout guides, and the short version is that, yeah, now we give the name Melchior, or Melchior. Melchior was apparently a stage magician before the war. And this somehow has resulted in him getting the idea to summon forth, well, anyway, the animals that he... The animals that he used to summon were mutated, as you can see. So coming down here is a bit of a battle royale of us having to take on Melchior and his pets. The thing is, you can get buku XP for doing this. The trick is that since his pets include death claws to start out, and then a wave of fire geckos, and then a whole bunch of other increasingly diminutive but more numerous critters, this is a bit of a gauntlet. Not like the power gauntlet I'm wearing at the moment. Okay, one down. And just enough time to duck into my inventory to heal up, because I think as long as I can draw the Deathclaw fire, and they don't critical. But it appears that, and here come the fire geckos, which they're going to be the problem, because they can hit area effect, and the fire stacks up pretty quickly. Okay, back into inventory to heal up real quick. Okay, time to get off a shot against one. I am going to try and hit the gecko and pray for a critical. Well, Melchior is coming in close himself now, and he missed. At this point, we'll just blow a super stim pack to get to full. And as long as we're here, reload our weapons, even though we're not even close to being out. And switch back to my power glove. It's so bad. Okay, well, let's try that again. But this time we're not going to let the Bandit King finish his speech. To coin a phrase from the gamers. Which, if you've never seen that movie, well worth tracking down. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I know that the original Gamers is, but there's a very humorous bit where the game master is attempting to let his chief villain finish his speech off, and the players keep shooting him in the middle of it, leading to the declaration, "Let the Bandit King finish his speech." And we'll go ahead and save here. And I'm out of range. Am I in range now? I am in range now. Shady! Or shall we? My claw pits take care of you. Wait, you're not supposed to summon more than 2 at a time. That's cheating. Sullick has the right idea. In for the eyes. Well, Sullick seems to have become indecisive, but the good news is Cassidy critically missed in his weapon drop. Well, that's good, because it looked like he shot Vic there. Yeah, forget the targeted shots. This is working much better. Particularly because somehow it seems that the Deathclaws got caught up on the corner there. Okay, so we're going to heal up. And Sullick's running away again. Okay, Melchior's pet was killed, thankfully. Going to duck back into inventory to heal myself back up to full, or closer to full anyway. And switch to my laser plasma rifle. Oh, the fire gecko's caught. And Sullick is running away again. You know, I'm not going to knock the dumb luck that seems to have infected me at this point. My companion being unable to decide if he should stay or go aside. Need more action points. And Okay, I think that definitely calls for Super Stim Pack. Yeah, you don't mind waiting while I reload, do you, Beastie? I thought not. And, oh, that did not heal me up to full. It did heal me up most of the way, though, but hopefully that'll be enough, especially me having killed him. Okay, well... Okay, now there's 2 fire geckos, and here comes the next Deathclaw. Oh, target is out of range somehow. In that case... That is one tough gecko. And Sulik is running away again. Okay. Switching back to the Super Power Fist. And the gecko can't get to us because of a Deathclaw. And I don't know why Cassidy and Vic aren't doing anything all of a sudden. But since the enemies aren't doing anything either, I'm not going to knock it. And Sulik is running away again. Bravely ran away, away. Burn to Who Moon! come more of the fire geckos. Out of ammo. Oh, great. Cassie finally decides to join in the fight and shoots Vic instead. And Solik is running away again. I just realized I think Cassie is using one of the energy weapons I gave him rather than his usual shotgun, which may account for why he can no longer hit the broadside of a barn. Still, he hit Melchior's pet instead of Melchior that time, so... Okay, well that took Melchior out. Now he just needs to survive the rest of his pets. That did it. And yeah, see what I mean about the fire geckos? Okay, well that got it, but I'm kind of nervous about standing between my comrades and them at this point. But then again, I may be the only thing keeping them alive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save the game right here. Cannot save it this time. Of course not. Because, yeah, that would make that too easy. Stupid game not letting me save when I want to. It's out of ammo for flame breath. Yeah, I remember reading somewhere that apparently you can steal the flame breath off of one of these things. Did that do it? I've learned some new tricks. Cassie has gained some abilities. And yeah, well, that wasn't the full 14,000 XP that I've heard you can earn from this, but you know what? That ain't nothing. MB Hollow Disk 4. Okay, well, this will be good for a laugh. Trying to get the gecko. Okay, well, I guess I might not be able to search the pets, because I'm definitely trying to pick up on it. And, yeah, it looks like my super stim pack is wearing off, because my health is trickling down pretty quick. But, let's see, after that... Actually, you know, just for... I'll go ahead and bump science up to 100. Because I haven't forgotten about doing the stuff in the Sierra Army Depot at some point. And at this point, I can't improve energy weapons much more. So let's go ahead and see what's on the 4th video. Correction. Archives. Oh, apparently I skipped an Arroyo Dream because I was so speedy in getting the, Gek. Let's see, 4th one. The excavation is going according to schedule. Judging by the old base blueprints, we should be reaching the vat area shortly. Increased levels of the FEV virus are present in both the air and soil samples we've taken. Luckily, our suits filter out the virus. Tell the members of the Enclave they should have a pure sample of the mutagen soon. Also, I began to notice some changes in the miners. They seem to be showing signs of increased strength, stamina, and a slight change in skin tone. Obvious signs of mutations by the FEV. The men are getting nervous as they too have noticed the change, although I've increased the number of guards. I fear if the workers completely mutate, we'll be vastly outnumbered. It is my hope that since we are using the local inhabitants as a workforce, full mutation won't occur unless they are directly exposed, i.e. dipped in a pure source, or prolonged exposure to the virus occurs. As you recall, minute amounts of the virus have been detected throughout the region. Tests on subjects living in this area have shown that they built up a tolerance to the FEV virus. However, I advise caution since exposure to this level of the FEV virus was never entered into the calculations. I advise that you rig the entrance to the base to collapse as soon as a pure sample is obtained. This will seal the exposed miners into the base and prevent unfriendlies from obtaining the virus once we are gone. Whoops! Well, at any rate, we are definitely richer in XP for that experience. Richer in XP for that experience. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this chapter out here, and next time we will get back to business in San Francisco, which you will recall... We actually have the FOB already, but we do need to get the navigation computer parts, and we do need to fuel up the tanker. So we'll get to work on that next time. See you then.